So everyone, welcome to AS Roma Theory. It is indeed Mourinho's press conference reaction. However, today, he had a very interesting player to have interviewed next to him. And we're speaking about Nico. Zaniolo was next to him. I mean, not next to him, but he got interviewed as well. And in fact, in this live stream, I'm going to speak about one thing which Zaniolo said. It is mostly what Mourinho said. Obviously, it is Mourinho's press conference reaction. But I would like to focus on a few things which Zaniolo said as well, which are interesting, and as Roma fans, they are very reassuring for sure. So yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking into the press conference. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button in this video. I would appreciate a lot. And yeah, the first question is on the team. The first question is, have you had the opportunity to notice anything interesting in this Helsinki team, in this Helsinki side? And you see, I think coming towards this match, I am getting Bodo Glimt vibes. And don't get me wrong, it's weird because everything kind of links to Bodo, but really, this match is, for me, very similar to Bodo Glimt. You know, let's not forget that what Bodo Glimt did to us last season and what we did to them. And just about Scandinavian football in general, this is definitely something which as you will see, Mourinho talked about, how Scandinavian football is evolving in such a way that we're getting constant teams in European competitions. But yeah, I mean, my first impression towards this match is that you look at this and you're like, oh my, hang on a minute, that's Bodo Glimt 2.0. It's just all over it again. But this is what Mourinho said. The manager attracted me a lot, also because of the style of play. They are a very organized team. The result that they achieved against Betis is a false result and could have been very different. For me, it is the confirmation of a great revolution that is taking place in Scandinavian football in general. Tomorrow's match will not be easy. So, again, he's definitely right when he says that Scandinavian football is evolving, and we can't hide this. You know, there are a lot of Scandinavian teams that are now playing in constant European competitions. You know, Bodo, then Helsinki, they've got Malmo is a staple in these European tournaments. They've got a few Swedish teams which are improving a lot. Copenhagen in Denmark is a really good team. So you can definitely feel that football in Scandinavia is getting a turn. It's getting way more important. And the teams are getting better and better and better. Now, Mourinho obviously said that he was impressed by their manager and by their style of play. They're a very organized team and they're a very fast team. That is why counterattacks against us will be kind of the big threat to us, in my opinion, tomorrow. And that's why I think we need to avoid as many counterattacks as possible. Because these Scandinavian football sides are very fast teams. All of them are fast teams. I'm not just speaking about Helsinki. Scandinavian, football teams love playing fast football, and which is very entertaining, but can definitely impose a lot of threats to you. So yeah, tomorrow's match won't be easy. That's how Mourinho ended this statement. And I think, obviously, as a sign of respect, the managers say this. But you see, I think tomorrow's match is going to be a tough game because of the dynamics of our first Europa League match. Because we lost the first Europa League match. And we lost it against a team which, at least myself, definitely thought was the worst out of all these four teams. But we lost that match, and that puts a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of pressure, but we have to win tomorrow, because as we discussed yesterday, it's an important 3 points. If we don't get the 3 points, I'm not saying we're out of Europa League, but 2 consecutive defeats against the 2 easiest sides. You still need to play against 2 against Betis. Things are going to starting to get hard. So tomorrow is a vital match to win. It won't be an easy match, as Mourinho said, who, kind of got struck by this, evolution of Scandinavian football. But it is what it is. We will play our match. They will play their match. They're definitely going to try and steal some points at the Olympico tomorrow. We're back at home, which is definitely good news to us. It's a sold out stadium, which again, it's impressive and definitely gives a good boost to a lot of these players. So yeah, moving on to the second quotation, it's on the tactical side, and it's a big, the big topic of this press conference was Zaniolo. Mourinho got asked if Zaniolo will play tomorrow. Zaniolo got interviewed himself about the contracts and stuff. And in fact, the next question which Mourinho answered was, will Zaniolo play tomorrow? Now, before answering and telling you guys what Mourinho said, I want to focus on the Zaniolo side, because Zaniolo got interviewed after Mourinho, and, the journalists there were like, this summer you were set to go to Juventus, you were set to go to Tottenham, blah, 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 you were set to go there, you were set to go there, and then you stay at Roma. And Zaniolo answered in such a way where he said, I am not aware of me being very close to many sides. My priority has always been Roma, because until I'm a Roma player, and for the time that I'm a Roma player, my focus will only be on this team. And then obviously they asked about the contract, which is juicy. We want to know about it. And Zaniolo said, the contract will definitely be one of my priorities. But right now, we've got two very big matches coming ahead of us. Helsinki tomorrow and Atalanta on Sunday. So if I were thinking about my contract right now, 1, it would be useful. 2, I would give a bad impression to Mourinho. Because in these two big matches, where Mourinho praised him a lot after the Empoli game, even if he didn't play, Mourinho used all of these words, Zaniolo's fundamental, he wanted to be with the team, he managed the speed recovery, he was sitting on the bench, he gave them more support. There was that image of a big hug between Mourinho and Zaniolo at the end of the Empoli game. Mourinho helped Zaniolo a lot. And what we can retrieve from this Zaniolo section of the press conference is that his focus right now is only playing for Roma. Nothing else. Not even his contract, which a few months ago was by far his priority. So we're seeing a mentally changed Zaniolo. And obviously, Mourinho got asked, will Zaniolo play tomorrow? And this was what Mourinho said. Yes, Zaniolo will play tomorrow. There you go. We can end the stream here. He already answered everything. Zaniolo will play tomorrow. Zaniolo was injured without peace. He wanted to return on the pitch as soon as possible. He worked hard with the doctors, with the athletic trainers. He wanted to be available. On Monday, he wanted to take a risk. And even if he wanted to be available and play that match, I decided to keep him on the bench after that 2-1 result. He will play tomorrow, but I do not know if he will have 90 minutes in his legs. I am sure he will be at a high level. He has a lot of motivation and he is full of confidence. He was playing very well before the injury. And again, look at all these compliments which Mourinho is giving to Zaniolo. Is this a coincidence? Yes, it is. Because right now, obviously, Mourinho doesn't care about Zaniolo focusing on the contract, and Mourinho doesn't want Zaniolo to focus on the contract, but in the future he does. And we're seeing him praise Zaniolo constantly. We've seen him praise Zaniolo even on Monday where he didn't play. Look at this sentence. I'm gonna read this sentence again, and you count how many praises he gives to Zaniolo. I am sure he will be at a high level. He has a lot of motivation. He is full of confidence. He was playing very well before the injury. And look at this. He worked hard with the doctors, with the athletic trainers. He wanted to be available. It's like writing a descriptive essay. Mourinho is there to assist Zaniolo. And Mourinho has been so important for Zaniolo. Tomorrow, he will play. Again, Mourinho doesn't know if he will have 90 minutes in his legs. And, if we were to go like 3-0 up at half-time against Helsinki tomorrow, definitely rest Zaniolo. But I think it's important to start Zaniolo tomorrow because he can boost that confidence even more. He can get that shoulder going, even if it's now fine. He can get that sorted. At the end of the day, he's not been playing football for like 3 weeks, which Doesn't seem that long of a time, but it is. So it's important for Zaniolo to start tomorrow. And again, you just reread this again, re-listen to this again, even when the live stream ends. Mourinho is praising Zaniolo as if he just fell from the sky like an angel. Let's put it that way. Because I think secretly Mourinho knows how much Zaniolo was missed in these matches. Secretly, Mourinho won't say Zaniolo is the best player out of our Fab Four, because he won't say that. Obviously he won't. But inside that, I think Mourinho knows that Zaniolo is the best attacking player, because he's the one, as well as Dybala, Tammy and Pellegrini. I'm not saying that they're shit. But what Zaniolo does, everyone I think has different talents. Dybala is pulls out that magic trick. Tammy maybe bags the goals more constantly. Pellegrini, when he's on his day, he can have that magic free kick. But Zaniolo makes the other three work altogether. This is something which Dybala, Tammy and Pellegrini don't do. Zaniolo makes that Fab Four machine work. He's the one who gets the ball, runs forward and can keep the ball without getting fouled when we're playing against dirty teams, and makes the entire team go forward. So Mourinho knows how much it's important to have Zaniolo back, and for that he's celebrating in this way, starting Zaniolo tomorrow against Helsinki. It is very, very simple. And again, another question which he said, which I'm not going to focus a lot on because it's a short one, but he got asked if Kamara was going to play tomorrow and if Kamara has 90 minutes in his legs, and Mourinho said Kamara does not have 90 minutes in his legs, but he will start tomorrow. And in this press conference, Mourinho also said that Rui Patricio will confirmed start over Villar, which is a bit of a surprise, but it's such a fundamental match to get 3 points from. Now again, he said, justifying this doesn't mean that Villar will never play again, but I don't like competitions between two players. If I want Rui Patricio to start one match, Rui Patricio starts that match, and Villar will start the next one. So Rui Patricio, Kamara, Zaniolo are definitely going to start tomorrow. And another tactical thing which he said is that 2 out of our 3 starting defenders are going to start. I think Vino will start, therefore, and I think the player who will rest is Smalling, just because of the age in compared of the others. But yeah, let's move on to the last question, which is an interesting question. It's will you continue to leave it to the players to decide who will take the next penalties? Again, why did they ask this? Because Pellegrini missed it. Otherwise, they wouldn't even have come up with this question. We always decide before the game. We have a first, a second, and a third choice. Clearly, the player has to feel the confidence to shoot a penalty. In case he doesn't feel it, he's gonna give the opportunity to another teammate. Every game there is the first, every game there is the first pick to take the penalties, which in the last game was Pellegrini, and tomorrow he still will be the first choice. Again, why has he said this? Because he knows that Pellegrini is living a tough moment. Because he knows that Pellegrini doesn't feel like the Pellegrini that scored a brace against Lazio a few months ago. And you just look at the Pellegrini right now, and it's a Pellegrini who lost something. Therefore, it's important, in my opinion, for Mourinho to have said, our first choice to take penalties on Monday was Pellegrini, and he missed it. Who cares? He'll still be the first choice tomorrow. Because he knows that Pellegrini needs a goal. He knows that Pellegrini scoring a goal will be so important for him. So at the end of the day, we're seeing a press conference where we're speaking about the game tomorrow. We're speaking about the tactics side. We have Mourinho revealing some of the lineup tomorrow. But at the end of the day, he hates press conferences. Mourinho absolutely hates press conferences. Hates press conference. In fact, in this press conference, if you go and watch the video on the Roma YouTube channel, you can see in the first 30 seconds Mourinho asking the Roma guy who's responsible for the press conferences, how many questions? Mourinho hates press conferences, but Mourinho is forced to take these press conferences. So what does he do to spice things up? He uses these press conferences as mental support for players. Look at the Zaniolo question. Look at the Pellegrini question. So at the end of the day, we're seeing a press conference which is useful for journalists to create headlines from, but it's Mourinho taking advantage of these moments, which he'd rather spend with the team, to, either way spend it with the team. Because he's being there to mentally support players who, who are not living the best of moments. Players who are coming from bad injuries. So this is Mourinho's reasoning of a press conference, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let me read some comments and then I'll end the stream. Bottle was fake, played our C team with shit, Villar, Diawara, Reynolds, etc. We did, but we still lost 2-1 in the third match against them with a better team. So, yeah, I mean, anything can happen in this sport. Last season, 6-1 Bodo, we won the Conference League. This season, 4-0 Udinese, we win Serie A. Like that pattern, like it. Hope to see either Bobby or Kamara start. Also looks like Chilik is starting again tomorrow. Kamara will definitely start. Chilik, I'd rest Chilik, but I won't be mad if Chilik starts. Roma needs to pay that man his contract demands. The schedule favoured the teams with big quality rosters. What about lineup? Mourinho, will he play 4 defense rather than 3 defense? I don't know. We're seeing Mourinho stick with 3 defenders at the back, so I think we'll still see 3 defenders at the back. Who heard that Totti got cheated on? Oh yeah, it's a terrible situation. But again, I just don't get everyone writing headlines about that. Just privacy, God knows where it went. But again, I'm not too sure who cheated. Definitely, they've been together for so much time. But yeah, I'm not interested in that, so go search it up on Google. But if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Let's try and get 6,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Smash the like button in this live stream. Smash the bell notification button, because I'm going to the stadium tomorrow as well as many other times. So you do not want to miss the stadium vlogs coming up. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you have so, over at Simon _, ASR _. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. But otherwise, it depends, because the match ends very late tomorrow. So I'll decide if I'll post the video later tonight or very early the next morning. But either so, smash the like button. And remember, speaking about fantasy football, most of my team is going to play today. And now again, I'll just remind everyone, I know some people have some points from game week 1 and we started the fantasy league on game week 2. So obviously, the winner of this competition does win a $50 AS Roma gift card. So it's just fair for everyone to start at 0 points. So the competition starts with the points achieved from game week 2. So there are, yeah, I mean, you get it. But I'll catch you soon. Simon.